Colega cię...
Live. Is it live? We're on, right?
I think so.
It's up to you. You took it.
Pease is almost here. He's like still 50 meters away, but we're reeling him in.
Oh, dude, I'm
reeling him in.
The whole time I'm here.
You've been here. Pease.
I've been here.
Why would you try to sully such a sacred moment, such as, my attempt to find you? That's like my favorite part of the show.
But I'm always like, here I am.
Yeah, I know. He's always there. His microphone's always lighting up, but he's never there.
No, I'm here.
Are you?
Yeah.
All right, let's see here. What we got here?
Well, welcome, Pease.
We had the intro and everything like that. Well, I'm thrown off. Caller 23 is running the show tonight.
Yeah, I guess I'm just running the show tonight.
You said live.
Live.
So
broadcasting live on Free Think Radio. It's actually a funny game that I play with myself against you.
It won't be.
Is that whenever I'm sitting here and then there's that brief moment between when the music stops and when you're supposed to jump in and be like, broadcasting.
Yeah, that
I like to just squeeze right in there with technical
It's all
difficulties.
yours. It's you can have it. I mean, it's a tight space. But
Yep. I'll take it.
Like the one you crawled out of.
Hey, a wildflower doesn't care where it grows.
Wildflower. Is that a song?
Yeah, it's Dolly.
Oh, man.
Well, I mean, it's probably someone before her.
Pease, what's your favorite Dolly Parton song? And why is it...
Stairway to Heaven. The cover she did is Stairway to Heaven.
Covers don't count, Pease. First off, there's no such thing as music. Dude. And if there was music, covers wouldn't count.
Well, nonetheless, I refuse to change my answer. It was such a great rendition of Stairway to Heaven. I couldn't believe it was her. I had to stop my car and look at my phone to see if she'd actually covered it. And
yeah, she sang the bass parts, right?
No, she's, Dolly Parton is, we can all mock her as Utes and whatnot.
No, Dolly's the best.
Dolly is
literally the best.
First of all, she does a lot of great things for our community. She really is an old school, country western Hollywood star that kind of lives up to all the hype. She's been real open about almost her entire life, and before it was even cool to do shit like that. I have mad props for Dolly Parton.
I know, when she unslackles her road crew, that's my favorite part of the show.
Well, Dolly is the tits, to use a pun.
Like Stonehenge.
She's totally tits.
Bigfoot.
But she does, I mean, the thing about Dolly Parton is that she's so innocent and sweet. That voice is just so innocent. It's like Bjork came along and did several decades later. It's just one of those people that's like so small and so fragile. And it's like,
and she's super tiny too. People don't realize that she's a little tiny fucking thing.
Yeah, she's like 5 feet tall. She's like 4 foot 9.
5'2" or 5'3", I think is.
You actually birth into a thimble in Iceland.
Yeah,
that's the idea. It's to conserve water. It's to conserve water. Not a lot of water in Iceland. Because the Vikings,
more ice?
The Vikings actually changed the name. Before it was Iceland, it was known as.
It's good to see a Caucasian doing well.
Who?
Dolly Parton.
Is she Caucasian?
I think she might be.
Because I'd be all about that occasion. Yeah. Is she still kicking it, Pease? She's got a show out there in Las Vegas, right?
Oh no, I think she does most of her work out of Branson, Missouri. It's not Branson where she's at, but she's got someplace
there's
Dollywood.
no such thing as Missouri, and if there was, Branson
Missouri.
wouldn't exist.
Missouri. I'm sorry, Missouri. Missouri used to be a nice place before all the Eskimos moved in.
Tell me more about things that used to be nice. What's your favorite thing that used to be nice?
Everything is still pretty nice now, so I don't know. Things that I liked, I still kind of like, so...
Yeah? Everything's just peachy keen, so you got nothing to complain about. And then
Oh, no, I got tons of things to complain about. I said things that I like. I got lots of things I don't like. I mean, I'm not
things
an
that you
animal.
don't like. Okay, well, what are the things that you don't like that used to be good?
Well,
Let's
see,
go
that's
the other way.
Again, the double-edged question, because if it was
Seems like a
good,
pretty single-
I would have liked it. So
Yeah, but nothing lasts forever.
Yeah.
Okay.
It
know
used
what?
to be
You know, I
good.
used to like milk when I was like a baby, and now I don't like it anymore.
I used to pee in
That's
my
odd.
pants, and then my wife showed me how
used
not to do
yeah,
that.
I mean, used to means more than like last week.
It's been like a month.
Used to think there were only 150 Pokemon.
I think used to after a month is maybe like that's like saying, oh, I used to
that
drink
joke got
and
killed.
you got 4 days sober.
That joke is dead.
Yeah.
Let me go ahead and sweep that joke underneath the rug.
Here, just get
Let's
it under
keep
there.
rolling there.
Did you see that, Reverend Caller 23? How Fox did not want this to turn into a conversation about his incontinence in any way, shape, or form. He swept
Hey,
that.
I don't
joke
need a
right out of the
conversation about
studio.
my incontinence. I think I've got 103 published episodes of my incontinence. I think I've definitely
Is that
proven.
incontinence or incompetence?
Well, if you consider any of these shows a leak,
Oral incontinence.
Oh,
it's not my
there's the
fault.
Argus.
I
There's
just
the
try to
Argus
do the show.
Fox that we
all
all know
I do
and
is
love.
show up and do the show. I'm here.
There's the Argus Q Fox that we all know.
Pease,
and
how
love.
many episodes have you proved your continence on? How many continents are you on, Pease?
Not
Simultaneously?
vowels, continents.
Well, I stay hydrated a lot.
I thought you were
So
a dry
that's
man.
important.
Is that part of it? You have to stay hydrated to generate like
Yeah.
copious amounts of oil,
Here's the thing,
grease, peas, grease.
though. I think
We could use that on
it's
the
much
medium.
like I think it's much like fucking a goat. Bedwetting. You can say that you haven't
can't say
done it
goat
in a
on the radio.
while, but
Not
the
even 10
reality
minutes
is,
into the show.
once you wet that bed, you're a bedwetter. You might go spells without wetting the bed, but you're still bedwetter. It's just like if you fuck a goat, you might never fuck a goat again, but you're gonna be a goat fucker.
So what you're saying, Pease, is that
And when you cross that line, I'm not sure that
You-
there's any going back.
Yep.
You know,
When
you can,
for example,
you can be
if you
so many
cross
days
that
free
Rubicon,
of goat fucking, and you can be so many days
you just-
free
what
of
you do-
bedwetting,
what you-
but you're still both
you
those
just
things.
get-
yeah, like
You're
you're
a
never
fucking bedwetter.
sober.
Yep.
You're never sober. You're just in between ruts.
Well, that's the premise of AA.
What is?
You know, once you cross that alcoholic line, you're always an alcoholic. You just have
Yeah, 'cause
days
it's a
of
disease.
No, you're an
sobriety.
alcoholic. You just don't have any control over it. That's what Alcoholics Anonymous about is. That's all it is. It is the universal club of passing the buck.
Yeah.
And so when
To a
you-
higher power.
To a higher
there's
power.
something, I think
To
there's
a-
something to be said for the camaraderie of not drinking with a group of people. I
Say
know that
drink
it doesn't
and
have
come
now listen,
again.
I know it doesn't have any higher success rate than people who just, cold turkey it.
It's like Mark
However,
Twain.
and it has a lot of religious undertones to it and all that.
Okay,
and I
okay.
get all that.
How many
but the
people-
camaraderie of
Okay,
people
how
getting
many
together
how many
may
how many
help out.
anonymous classes have you gone to?
Oh, thousands.
Prescribed or voluntarily?
No, I took my patients to them when I was a psychiatric technician.
So you took them to an Alcoholics Anonymous specific
It's
meeting.
part of
But-
their part
but
of
you didn't have to
Part of-
stand
okay,
up.
but they're
You
part
didn't
of
actually
their
have to
treatment.
stand up and be like, I'm Pease and I'm an alcoholic.
Yeah. You're like a sponsor, right?
No, not even a sponsor.
You're not even a sponsor. You're an escort.
No, you're really just a ride. Yeah,
I'm
you're just
really
a ride.
breaking the rules in a sense, but I'm
He's
only
just a
bringing
cool
them there.
guy. Why?
I had to bring
sponsor
them there
was soap.
because they weren't allowed to be by themselves because they were inpatient patients. So you had to make sure that they
Well, if
didn't go
they're
to this meeting,
inpatient,
just
they
take
shouldn't be
off.
getting any alcohol. It should be that
they're
easy
not.
for them
They're
to go.
not.
So why do they
They're
need to go
not.
to a support group?
Because they were in the hospital for being alcoholics.
But you had to take
It's
them
the Air
over
Force,
there.
dude. That's
So
how
was
it
there
works.
there
Yeah.
already? Is there already alcohol? Okay. So this was in the Air
every
Force.
military base, every military base.
Okay.
they need-
So you're not in like a public hospital. You're
No,
not.
but we'd go to
you're
public
actually
meetings.
in. You're
We would
actually
go to
in
public
like
meetings.
a private
And, no,
piece of
I'm telling you
hospital.
about the Air Force, but I
that
also did this.
we
as
pay
a
for, but don't get access
as a-
to. I got you.
as
That
a
one.
licensed
I got you.
psychiatric technician
Single
for
payer
the state
would
of
work.
California. Well, I'm answering your question. When I was a licensed psychiatric technician for the state of California, yes, I would. That's not military hospitals at all, and we would take the patients from there to public meetings in the van and shit.
What?
Yeah.
Now, did
Now,
they
did
want to
you lock
go,
them
or
in?
were they told to go?
No, they had to go as part of their treatment. They didn't have any fucking choice.
That's where
That
I'm
was part of
getting
their
at.
treatment.
Is
So
that
did you
part?
put the child lock on the door so that
Yeah.
they couldn't open it from the inside?
And then you go out into the parking lot and do donuts for like 20 minutes, just slam them against the windows.
I'm not sure.
Knocked them up
about
full of Thorazine before,
the door
right?
Thing.
That was
but
the joke.
You would. It depending on the number of people you were taking, you'd almost always have somebody else with you. So if somebody did jump out, the other guy could go like tackle him and take him down, and then you could stay with the others.
Props to Katana 007 for the literal puke dick in chat right now.
It's something we
Is
were
that
all
a puke
thinking
dick or is that
anyway.
a
Give her
shit
3,000 show points.
No, that is a puke dick. Well, she's got to sign up for her show. I tell you what.
Show me what
ding,
you
ding.
got.
Don't forget to visit timefortheshow.com. Click the Discord button and join our Subether live chat connection on the Hypercom. Once again, go to timefortheshow.com. Click the Discord button. You're listening to Time for Show, broadcast live at freethinkradio.com here in Subbasement 27 studios of the Hypercube Laboratory. I'm Dr. Fox, your loving and supple host. Joining me in the studio tonight, we have caller 23.
Physically present, sir.
All over there, and on the Subether Hypercom themselves, of course, we have Reverend Peas live from the satellite office in Las Vegas, Utah. And we've got some other people floating around in there, but these are identifiable robots that are actually granted speaking permissions for this channel. We have Dr. Cosmic and
Or they
Reverend
paid
Negative
for it.
in the wings. Exactly.
Yeah.
You
Some
can
people
pay
get
for
that.
it too.
Maybe
How could they do that, Dr. Fox?
Why,
How
you
could
can go to-
pay to be on this show?
You can go to patreon.com/hypercube and you can put money in my hands, and then you too can become a producer of Time for the Show.
Money to Dr. Fox.
That's
So
the easy
that's
way to do it.
Do you
patreon.com/hypercube
guys think that Flavor
Laboratories.
I
Flav?
like what you got. Good
You think
job.
Flavor Flav has any regrets today?
Regret Peas, it's too early in the show for regrets. Save that for apologies. You haven't even seen the board, Peas.
Oh, there's a board
There's
now,
a
too.
board.
There's a
I
matrix.
saw a picture of the board earlier.
You
next
haven't
to
seen the
clocks.
new board,
Number
though.
4.
Did you hit him over the
the
It's
head
white
with that board?
updated.
Yeah, you're spending some of that great Patreon money. Piece.
Look, yeah, like I
Living
got
hand to
hold on.
mouth, but it's fine. No, I saw it with the 2 clocks and the fucking whiteboard, and show broke down into steps of
All right, so I am
what when
utilizing
it's
the
going to
board
be
right
funny,
now.
when it's not.
I'm
stuff I saw.
inputting variables right now, and it looks like the board is calculating. It's calculating. It's a whiteboard, but it actually somehow has that animated stopwatch, wristwatch thing from Macintosh, but like back in the 80s. You remember that little watch or whatever? Anyway, that's what's going on the whiteboard, and then it's going to redraw. It's going to recalculate. It's going to redraw itself, and it's 97, 98, 99. Oh, Cube News. Oh, we got Cube News.
It's right. It's Hypercube News. All the most important weekly updates that you are getting outside of your firmware automation system that broadcasts at the beginning and throughout the duration of the show. Cube News is brought to you by Triology Soaps. Triology Soaps, for when you need news in soap. Newsflash, you stink. All right. Pease, our correspondent in the field, also sometimes once in a while we hear from our Cerulean field reporter.
Cerulean?
From, like,
is that how you say it?
I forget, where does he come from? Like
Cerulean?
Slovakian?
No, he's Slavic.
Who's Slavic?
This guy, the guy you're talking about.
The guy that
Scandalavic.
Okay, so if every once in a while the Slav shows up and does the news. Well, I got other news. Unless the Slav's got something. Does the Slav want to tell us about the new phone number?
You know what? I haven't heard from Scoops McNews guy in about 3 weeks. He said he was going to go get some smokes.
Some
and
theories on
vodka.
a new phone number.
And that was it. That's the last I heard of him. Now, he's done this in the past because, he's an investigative journalist, so many times he has to go undercover. And it's quite possible that he's, undercover.
Yeah, no, you know what? You're right. I think he is undercover.
Or something like that.
He, last I heard, Scoops was out there investigating the viral outbreak, that Stolies virus.
Yep.
Got a bad case of Grolsch Ebola.
How are you guys faring with the
Absolute
COVID-19?
virus.
Yeah.
Absolute
Absolute zero.
virus.
Dude, wash that shit off. That's how you handle it.
Yeah, exactly. No, you just drink a lot of drink a lot of straight proof whiskey. That's basically it. You just kill anything
151.
that's in there.
Is that wash that shit off? Is that from my Tijuana horror story?
And you can't
When I
say
poured the tequila on
wash
my
on
junk?
the radio, Peas.
Not to mention,
No.
it's like trying to wash soap.
But is that from that story?
Which is
Do you guys have
Yes.
archives of knowing what clip is from which story?
clip.
Yep, we got it all categorized and characterized. It's tagged.
Scalpod.
and
If Scalpod told me that, I would believe it. But
No, we just need to input your query into one of these tubes.
We call them query tubes.
There's nothing query about it, though. It gives you put in a question, it gives you an answer.
Nothing query, but they sure are tube-shaped.
Oh, it's going to be very exciting. In the second half of the show, there's going to be some kind of rant.
Second half of the show. No, that's not guaranteed, Peas.
Yeah, that's not.
No, that's not. That's no. It doesn't. No, see, you're looking. You're already pulling stuff together. This is why the board is only visible to me.
Caller 23 recap. What the fuck is that?
Well, I don't
thought you
know.
guys were doing
300
It was,
points.
I asked that same question.
You see, he's
Bullshit.
going to read off the board, and I guess that means we just go to the segment. So, caller 23,
No.
go.
Okay, well, as everybody probably knows, I've been
You guys
doing
planned this out,
what
right?
the
Didn't
fuck
include
is
keys
this?
in the writing or anything. Just you guys got together. Hey,
Well,
we're
the
gonna
last
do
couple
this
of times
bit.
I included you
I
in the
can't speak to
writing, you
that.
got
Well, hold on.
mad at me.
Hold on, we're gonna
didn't.
get started here.
Go
Ready?
ahead. I'm
Ready?
being quiet.
Go. So as
Just I
all
wanna
of
be
you
clear,
guys,
though.
Jesus,
You
Pete.
guys had a meeting and wrote this bit, and we're gonna do that bit now.
Nobody wrote anything.
But you know what you're doing.
Absolutely.
Feel better, Peace.
All right, go ahead.
30 more
Go
points
ahead.
than you.
Go ahead.
No, you're just gonna interrupt me again.
What segment do you want to do, Peas?
I can't speak to that.
Well, Peas, if you can't come up with anything, then I guess we have to continue on with Cube News. So, of course, we've been installing the new lines down here in our developing private branch exchange server down here on the HyperCore. Allows you to connect through plain old telephone systems. You can do that by picking up your magic dial phone and ringing in a buzz tone of 321 CUBE 888. Now, right now, the line is not active because we're on the show. But ideally, we're using this so you'll actually be able to call and get on the show with this number. For now, it looks like the Hypercube Aesthetic Hotline has made a return. And it's currently running a secret episode of Hypercube Masterclass Theater.
That's true. That's a secret episode that was only going to be released to the Patreons, but now it's on the plain old telephone system.
So you can check that out. Next up in Dat News is of course the podcast delay. Now, announced last week that we were going to, I was going to upload episode 100 on, what was it, Tuesday. So, I've been having, there's no we about it.
Yeah.
There are about 3 podcast streams that we're managing, and as soon as it saw a number 100, it was not pretty. So I'm reformatting with some of the file names and moving stuff around, and I'm trying to clear one of the podcast streams. So if you are subscribed to Time for the Show on Google Play, the stream is going to change. You should get the one that has the new logo with the ant attacking the lady, that one. I like that one. The other one, that's just the old Time for the Show logo. Go ahead and unsubscribe and delete those episodes, because that sucker's going to be gone, I guess, tomorrow when I finish doing this. And then, of course, new merch. Don't forget that the stickers are available. Get 9 full-color foil and vinyl stickers in a mix-match bag of art created by our own Scowpod, Collar23, Hazel the Windmills, and me, and Cosmac. You can get those over at hypercubego.com, and the new Pesium Crystal Elements have arrived and are going to be available on purchase. If you send me a picture of a fully erect pylon, slide your pylons into my DMs, and you might just get your Pesium crystal on the house. You know what I'm saying? But it better be a good pylon. Make it thick.
Yeah.
All right.
So where can I get a pylon, you may be asking yourself?
Yeah, where can you get a pylon? I'm asking myself.
Well, there's a bunch of simple ways to construct one. And also, any minute now, any second, any millisecond, we're going to have that 3D printer file posted in the Hypercom here that anybody that wants to print one can do it. But you can go down to Home Depot and you can probably do this with the shit that's on your desk right now. Take a look. Move your mouse. Get your mouse and keyboard off the desk altogether, and then take a look at everything else that's on your desktop. Tell me, is there a coffee cup? Is there some of these basic components that you could use? Probably. The chances are good. There's you just walk over to the bathroom, get one of the old toilet paper tubes. That's a really good start. But it's got to be fully erect if you want to get that crystal.
No limp tubes.
No limp tubes. And no pudgy, backwards ass. The ratios are all wrong either. You got to have a decent looking pylon.
Put it on the glass.
Actually, yeah, tall drinking glass, not a bad place to start either. So, get your pylons together, do what you can, get some duct tape or even some of that blue painter's tape or whatever, just start working on it and then snap a picture. And we'll have a couple of energy crystals going your way to energize that bitch and get it rolling. Get those frequencies finally harmonized in your area, and maybe you'll start seeing less and less of those time-space distortions that everybody's been posting on the website.
Yeah.
So,
the ones that you sent me should be up. I don't know if you checked. They are.
Yep.
So yeah, it's a system.
Yeah.
You gotta understand Hypercube. When it comes to web development, I'm not a flippin' spider.
Yep.
I don't know what I'm doing out there. I'm crawling on the hyperlinks.
No web crawler.
And I'm picking up my hashtags and my @ symbols.
What about your .coms?
We got plenty of those. Hypercubego.com, timefortheshow.com. We lost timeforthewebsite.com.
Oh, really?
We actually lost it. Even though I attempted to pay for it, it didn't go through. So I have to really work with my web hosting provider over the next 2 weeks, because there's 3 URLs, including Hypercube Go, that's up for grabs. So, I don't know what the hell's up with them, but if anybody out there knows a reliable third-party web host, maybe privately run, somebody that can hook a brother up, and we're not hosting the podcast on the site anymore. It's over at archive.org.
So it's just a blog.
So we just need a blog roll, you know? If you know somebody that can hook me up and has a DNS, let me know. send it over to drfox@gmail.com. We're paying out the ass already for it. We had to do a freaking pledge drive last year to get it going.
Is that the subgeniuses.com sites?
That's included in the package.
Because I just created a What the Fuck Did I Just Show page over there.
You did.
So it's 1 page deep, and it's about to go dark. I better get backed up on the internet time machine now.
Yeah, we need to.
Oh, so captivating.
It's the good stuff. Oh yeah, Peas. What do you got?
Yeah, what web hosting were you doing?
Hit us with it, Peas.
I think that in all that talk of websites, it's impossible for me to even imagine that you guys not once mentioned triologysoaps.com.
We opened
Well,
the
you
segment
mentioned
with
it. I
that,
heard you mention it, Peas.
didn't we?
Yeah, pretty sure we
I'm
did
pretty
talk
sure it
about
was
getting clean.
newsflash. You
where you
stink.
think-
Yeah.
What can you get at that
TriologySoaps.com.
site, do you think? What do you guys think you can get there?
I've almost got my
My
little
favorite soap. I think that you could buy soap if you were dirty bastards. And
Oh, it's got my little aliens out of my
you
orange
could get
blast
some.
soap.
You could get some old
And I'm
timey
so
barber
excited.
shop
Oh yeah, that alien attractant.
history.
Did you guys
Yes.
see that Triology soap that has the alien attractant?
Pyramid. You get some pea soap. You get all kinds of soaps at this place. If you have something that needs clean, they've got. I don't like that one. I
don't
should
like
be able
that?
to sign off on the soundboard things. I feel like.
What soundboard?
Yeah. Okay, let's finish the show.
Finish the show, so you're gonna do apologies and go. I've got so much more on the board for you to pick from,
I'm just
Peas.
saying, things are. Let's go. Let's move on.
Move on. I'll tell you what. We'll move on.
Yep.
We'll hit
What's
that
up next?
We'll hit that song break, and when we get back, it's that mailbag, yo. Stay tuned. You're listening to Time for the Show live on freethinkradio.com. Grab your cooties.
You say grab your cooter.
Can we get some reprogramming?
They had,
Oh no,
had
I
CBD
got it. I got
pillows.
it taken care of. Good
Yeah.
grief.
So the Bob Dobbs prop sticks are going to be like, probably I would say by Monday you could start ordering them. And then I got these little jars that are filled with your own personalized slack.
And urine.
And no, just
And
your own
fluffernutter.
personalized slack. But if you open the jar, your slack will get out and you'll be fucked. So we got those. So that's 2 things that we got.
The absolute least you could do to make that somewhat acceptable would be to put a vacuum in the jar so that when they open it, they hear the sucking. That's
Yeah,
like
well.
bare bones minimum, Peas. You can't go
Yeah,
around
I'm
ripping
not-
people off like
I'm not
that.
fucking doing that. I'm not fucking
My
doing
jar would be so big that has
All
the
you have to
lube
do is
inside of it.
heat up a mason jar and then squeeze the lid onto it, screw the lid onto it, and when it cools down, it's got a
What
vacuum.
degree of
Heat up
mason
a
jar?
mason jar and go into your bottom line with
Talking
electricity
about like a 37th degree mason jar?
and
Or
mason jars and shit like that, dude. You're getting an empty jar with a sticker
Kiwani's
Bob
jar.
on the lid, and it inside's your slack, and it get a little note from Peas about your individual slack.
And how you're a
End of
sucker.
story. What'd you expect?
It's like a fortune cookie,
What'd you
except that it's
expect
just
from
an
a
apology for
officially
Peas.
sanctioned
Yeah, just a
genius
picture
product?
of Peas and the words "Sorry,
Sorry.
sorry."
Me
And then,
Peas.
if you really want something
Sorry.
tangible, you're like if your slack isn't worth enough to you, if it's not enough to buy your own slack back from the conspiracy, if that's not
Yeah, 'cause
worth
that's
it to
how it's
you,
done.
RC23, if that's not
I don't
worthy
buy
to
my
you,
slack
then
back
you can
from the
still,
conspiracy.
You can
I
still
take
buy
it back.
a super awesome JR Bob Dobbs frop stick in its own individual frop stick container with the smiling essence.
Yeah, but I thought you said it was
Of
CBD.
Bob, however you perceive it. Those are going to be available almost immediately. And,
But
and
were you
I'm
saying
sorry
that's
that
CBD?
you're not enthusiastic about it, but let me tell you,
Oh, I'm
dear friend,
enthusiastic
about
if it's not
many
CBD.
other people are going to be excited to finally have access to the as proclaimed in the Book of the Subgenius official frop sticks, and to also
Conspiracy
have
frop.
the ability to buy their
Exactly.
slack back from the con in their own Slack container.
I thought you could buy Slack back from the con by going to subgeniuses.com
You
and
can
sending
do that too, but this is
$35.
getting you a little extra
Or you can
Slack
just
from people
pay
who
your
don't do
cable
that.
bill.
Couldn't you use your neighbor's Slack? He's not going to stop being pink. This is a way for you to get extra Slack.
Peas is selling
here's the
Slack
thing.
on time
Here's the
for the
thing.
show.
We
Extra
all go
Slack,
to the
as if we
saucer.
don't already have an
When
infinite
we
amount
all
of
go
Slack,
to the
each
pleasure
one of us.
saucers, I don't think that you guys realize that these containers of Slack are going to be the only form of currency that we have. So if you don't have any and I have them all, I'm going to be like the Bloomberg/Trump of the pleasure saucers.
And then I got
Because
you
you can
Slack
never
coin
And I'm going to
over
make
here.
Stang
aren't
pay
going
for
to
it.
know why
I'm going to
they
make
supported
Stang
you?
pay for it.
All right, so
I
what
don't
are you
know,
what are you
Peas.
selling, Peas? What?
Selling Roombas.
So Stang and I came to an agreement a few months ago.
500 feet without police escort, right?
And
No,
no
no.
children anywhere
This
nearby.
is the thing. You guys have a close and dear personal relationship with the sacred scribe of the Church of the Subgenius.
Who
I
does?
Stang. I do.
You
The Peas.
do.
But you
Who
would
do?
think being the Peas, that's implied. But no, it's actually true.
Who
And
do you
so
have
we
a
came
stronger
to-
relationship? Ivan Stang of the Church of the Subgeniuses.com or Dr. Fox?
You know, that I don't think that's a fair question to
I
ask
think
a
it's
guy
pretty
who's
fair.
both people's friends.
Let's see. Whose radio show are you on?
I've been on both.
Oh, Ben on both.
Been on both.
I thought you had your
Was
own
that an
radio
in-joke?
show.
Yeah, where's the Pea
No,
show? You know, I'm doing my own show, Peas. Why don't you do your
I mean,
own
he
show?
did tell everybody in his Christmas letter to catch his show on freethinkradio.com.
That's right.
Is that
You
to
can-
hurt
you
your
can-
feelings?
You can check
Did that
out
hurt your fucking
What the Fuck
feels?
Did I Just show every Sunday night at 10 p.m. Eastern with a replay at 1 a.m. Eastern for our West Coast listeners right here on freethinkradio.com.
Yeah, you should really tune into that. It's some great old-time religion.
Yeah, let me get some of that old-time Bob.
Classic Bob. None of
The
this
What was the
good
Bob
segment
light.
called on that
Bob
show?
Classic.
It's the good stuff.
The Word of Bob.
It's Bob. It's just Bob, man. It's Bob. Bob.
It's just Bob, man. It's Bob.
That's it.
Nice.
See, here's the thing
Nice.
about doing my own show.
Okay.
You know, first of all,
Uh-huh.
admittedly,
Yes.
I do not have the production talents that go into the production of this show.
I can't reach the ooh button, but I would if
So-
I could.
Ooh.
I'm gonna
And
walk
Philo,
covered.
and I don't mean to say this in a hurtful way, but Philo
Oh,
taught me.
can you say it in a hurtful way? And that way, when you do hurt my feelings, we can blame the words and not you.
Philo said the smartest thing he ever did was tell Stang about stuff because Stang does stuff, and Philo just shows up. And he said he was like that
So
on
is
the
that
radio
what you're saying?
show.
You just show up on a radio show and hope
Well-
that if you tell us, then we'll go spread the word for you?
No. Well, maybe I don't know.
That's what it
but
sounds
I'm just
like. You're
saying.
comparing yourself to
I
Philo.
tried. No, here's the
Drummond.
reality. When
He's the
we
fun
first
one.
before we even started this show, or they were doing this show with Danny for the first couple episodes.
One episode.
Whatever,
Danny
but
feedback?
it was a pre-production thing that was going on for about 6 weeks, and I started working with Doc Ellis, and he showed me how to get the feed going on my machine and to do this and that. But I almost immediately after I learned how to do that, forgot how to do it, and I depended on Fid and Fox to do all this stuff. Now,
Because he's not
Fox,
telling me,
Fid's
he's
not on
telling the audience.
Fid's not on
He's
the show
telling you.
anymore.
He's telling you. Listen to this.
Now, so Argus has like taken upon himself and gone so far with all the production of the show and making it kind of, you may find this funny to say, but the professional show that it is, it's not 20 people talking on the phone like we used to do, 7 years ago. And I'm not sure that
we had trouble hearing 20 people.
See, here's
Now
my
we
thing.
just have trouble hearing 2.
Argus Fox, one day, through all his hard work and getting all this knowledge, is going to break through the real world, and everybody's going to know who he is because of his creative genius.
Wait a second. What do you mean break through to the real world?
Yeah, it's just going to magically
I mean,
happen
like,
without anyone else.
you know what? I'm gonna be even more insulting. You're gonna come up with your own Rick and Morty fucking thing, or
I'm gonna come up with that thing that other
So now
guy
it's
came
just
up
flat
with.
out insults.
Yeah.
I am using it as the
It's like
analogy
slander.
that your mind is so creative and so sharp. And
This
you're
show
so
isn't
talented
smart enough.
that it's
for
a
Rick and
matter of
Morty.
time in my mind until one of your things hits mainstream entertainment and becomes a big thing.
Why
And
would
think
I
it's
want it to do that?
It's money. I would think money would be like the main motivator. I think that it would be nice to have money.
I mean, I would do things for money, and I'm not
Correct.
really
Money-
waiting. I'll do things for money
Money's
now.
good for a lot of things.
Right.
But
But I'm
money
talking
can't buy
like
me
that
slack.
stupid money, like King of the Hill money.
Money can't buy you slack, peas.
It can. It can if
No,
you send
no, it can't.
your self-addressed stepped envelope
No,
to
it really
6428 Dovey Peak Drive, Las Vegas, Nevada.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Hey,
Peas,
Forever
you're
Negative
starting to
can
sound
have
like
my
a
own
charlatan.
show.
Peas,
Peas,
you've
you should have your own
solicited
show.
terrorism over the air. You've encouraged like domestic homicide and
Yep.
manslaughter
And then
against
a number
Encourage is a strong word.
fraudulent
I just said I
transactions.
wouldn't
I mean,
care.
Can
you're
you
talking
do
about
me a favor?
interstate fraud here.
Can you please sell drugs on time for the show? Go.
Fomenting
Yes.
rebellion.
I know that's how you
would.
like it done, caller 23.
Yep.
I'm going to tell you
Yeah,
what
yeah,
to
yeah,
do
yeah. You
and
ready?
then say
Ready?
Go.
Go.
Is it my turn?
go. Anytime the word
He's-
peas is said, that means peas, go.
Say something, okay? So no, here's
So
the
get
thing.
ready.
I've been working a long time.
You ready?
And as I was telling you earlier, due to my relationship with Ivan Stang, I was able to procure the license to sell J.R. Bob Dom
See all
prop
these names
sticks,
on the floor?
and so
Yeah, I'll
that's
pick
what
that
I'm
up.
doing.
I'll pick
And
that
we
up,
are
Dr. Fox.
we finally got our packaging tubes and the stickers and stuff like that to make it look so totally official. You'll be getting a real
look
CBD infused frop stick. Can be shipped
Now,
anywhere
is this gonna
in
be
the
a
continental
6-foot
United
long
States,
triangular
Alaska, and
tube?
Hawaii. And it's a
So
very
just anywhere
exciting
in the
time, and just it's something, the project I've been working on for about 6 months. It's kind of why I've been broke a couple times, and we'll see what happens. Now,
Hey,
what I
Peas, do you got any
expect-
pictures?
Peas, what are
I
you
will
selling?
Listeners and
in a couple
pictures?
days. I'm
What are
right in the
you
process of getting that
selling,
done.
Peas? You're talking about this packaging and this ephemeral
drugs.
entity. But can you
it's selling
please
drugs.
tell me?
Are you selling drugs,
What
or
are you selling?
selling an experience?
No, I'm selling all of those
Drugs.
things, all of it.
.com.
Whatever you want it to be, that's what it is for you.
I
don't
think
see why that's confusing.
Guru Drugs is saying
Nuggets
the
of
right
wisdom.
thing over on the chat here when he says that basically selling CBD is a bunch of bullshit because that's not even a real drug and it doesn't get you high. There's no slack behind it, and you can buy it at
What are you
7-Eleven.
talking about?
It sounds
selling
like
something that doesn't do anything, and you're saying that's not Bob related?
I don't know. What have you given your money
Let
to
me know.
Bob
I
for
want you to
that
answer
you
that
haven't
question.
been disappointed
You're
with?
telling me that a product
No,
that
asking.
doesn't
I'm
do
asking
anything
you. I haven't told
is
you
somehow
anything.
out of the realm of something that Bob would produce and sell?
Yep,
Yeah.
because what
That's
Bob sells
ridiculous.
is something tangible.
What does Bob sell? Tell me what Bob sells.
Slack.
Let's hear it.
Bob
Hope.
sells an
By the
experience. Bob
And-
sells an experience that will ultimately lead you to
Bob-
your own infinite pool of slack.
Bob does not
Free
have
of
the
charge.
answers, but he will make you think there are some, Peas.
Right, that's the thing. Says Bob is the one who put
But
this in
Bob,
my
it doesn't
idea in my
matter
head.
what
So
Bob's selling.
here's-
Bob
here's the
can
thing.
sell anything, Peas.
Bob
Do you
can
know this?
sell shit
If
to a
Bob
fly.
sold me on this, that means it's
Exactly.
destined to failure.
Because Bob can sell anything. Bob
sells
sold
you
me on the
immediately
idea of
turns
doing
to
time for the
shit.
show with Fitz
So this is the thing.
And look
You're gonna
how
be one
well
of the
that's
few
worked
people
out.
that buys
and Bob
one of these
sold me
things
on
that I
eating
wasted
rotten
my money
bread,
on,
and look at
and
how
you'll
that
be one
turned
of
out.
the few people that has this example of Bob screwing Peas. Because you'll be like, oh, Peas lost his ass
when
on
has
these
Bob
things.
ever screwed you? Bob didn't
all the
put
time,
your
dude.
address on the back of a postcard and send it out to Tony Robbins. Bob didn't do that.
You guys sent me something, Alicia's List or something like that. I got this bumper
that
sticker
Russian
said
porn
vote
web?
women.
Huh?
It's like a Russian porn website.
Huh.
Is that right, Peas?
What? What's that?
Is it a Russian porn website?
What is?
What you were talking
Is he
about?
selling
Alicia's
Russian porn? I
List?
thought it was drugs.
It is drugs. I don't understand why there's
Where's
a
the
No,
What's
it's
the
not
Russian porn?
drugs.
It was like Alicia's
If you were
List
selling
or-
drugs, it would be.
Keys, are you shooting porn films
It
in your
would be
house
new.
at
It would be
6428 Dobie Peak Drive, Las
exciting.
Vegas, Nevada?
Peas, you're not selling
60628.
drugs.
It's
You're
not for
selling.
distribution, but
You're
yeah.
selling false hope. I think it's something.
Anti-slack.
I think it's something
Oh,
some of us call.
Hey, listen.
a
Some people
lie.
swear by the benefits of CBD. I'm not going
okay,
to judge those
name
people.
one-
They may buy this and feel like
name
here's them.
one person that does.
Ready? Go.
One.
Like, what do you mean one person?
Name
You
a
won't know.
celebrity
One
that's endorsed
person
it.
that endorses.
Sam Jenkins.
All right. What does he do?
He
uses
sits
CBD.
around in his chair and does CBD, and it lets him walk.
Yeah, didn't we just talk about this last week, though?
But he could
Peas?
walk
and we were
before,
talking
so I
about,
don't think it's a big
yeah,
deal.
CBD, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, I got something way better than CBD. It's called
CBG?
Placebex. It's
Now
a
available at
placebo drug.
hypertengo.com.
Well,
Yeah.
let me
I mean,
ask you
it's
something.
the good
smart
pills.
ass. When you go buy the shipping material and the packaging material and all the stuff to market your stupid shit, then I feel like you could go ahead and sell it on the radio. But see, I've already done all that. I've already invested my hard-earned slack into this.
In packaging
think
material.
Yeah, but
Yeah, you think that shit's cheap?
Did you
Well,
get the super long triangular tubes again to ship like a 5-ounce sample of air?
No, we're gonna use.
Did you get like the $100 cardboard?
No, he's putting
tube?
air
My
in the
good
mason
friend-
jars.
My good friend Evan Stang told me to use the padded envelope.
Yeah, your good friend Egan Stab was
Ivan
right,
Stang
correct.
of the Church of the Subgenius, Sacred Scribe.
Oh, who's he?
He's a close personal friend of mine. You probably
I
don't know
didn't
him.
realize that.
Let's get him on the
You
phone.
probably don't know him.
No, you're
321
correct.
cube,
I've never
888.
actually met him. You're way
Yeah, probably,
closer
Probably
friends
never
than I
stayed
am.
at his house.
Nope, never stayed at his house. He never sucked my dick either. Interesting.
Probably never cooked breakfast for you like he has for the peas. That's fine.
Uh-huh.
You're
He's
good.
like,
You're still- you're-
but I insist you eat these eggs, and you're like, why are you doing this to me?
I was hungry for the eggs, actually. We all were. Me, Philo Drummond, Sterno.
Here, pick
The
this one up.
gang.
Here, take the. I got a couple of these, Dr. Fox. Pick these up.
Yeah, here. Okay. Oh, my pockets are full. Look at that.
You dropped a name over there, Peas, and I wanted to pick it up for you.
Oh,
Yeah.
You know, I don't mean to criticize you tonight because I think you did a little bit better, but you really went for a lot of low.
You would say
A
that
lot
again,
of what
Pease?
now?
You went for a lot of the low hanging fruit, like that joke.
Oh,
That was low hanging
yeah.
fruit.
You mean like a
earlier in
legume?
the show? You picked
mean
this
like a-
piece of fruit
like a-
that was basically on the
Yeah.
ground.
No, you're right.
and
You're
held
right.
it up like
Like
it's a
grows off of
comedy
a
gem.
vine.
That's the easy stuff to get.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sometimes you gotta let
easiest
that
stuff.
shit rot.
Yeah.
Like which shit? Well, Pease, do you want to take it to the proving ground?
What's the proving ground?
Oh, what's the proving ground? I guess we'll have to find out after we do this mailbag and take a song break and do the Patreons and come back from a song break. Pease, we got in here. Listen, can you hear the paper?
That's actual
That's
paper.
real
everyone.
paper, Pease. It's got
It
stuff.
doesn't sound that official because it's like 3.5 reams all like bound together with these stainless steel like
It stays
screw
together
things,
by
whatever,
force
yeah.
of will. Pease, I got a letter to Health and Safety. The Level SB12 commissary ice cream machine has been at room temperature for the last week and a half. The salty
Right.
caramel vanilla has been incredibly runny, and whatever is used to flavor it looks like a murky corn syrup. From Harlan Jenkins in, looks like restroom custodial 14 staff.
Yeah. Well, so here's the thing, you selfish and sensitive bastard. If you'd paid attention to the last few weeks, you'd realize that Pease has had to have a couple of root canals, and his teeth have been very sensitive to cold. But he loves his caramel melted vanilla ice cream. So I purposely made it be room temperature so I wouldn't have that mind-numbing pain when I bit into my delicious frozen treat. So yeah, it's room temperature. In a couple of weeks when my teeth are done, we'll put the temperature back on. But for right now, enjoy your vanilla soup.
Actually, Pease, we had to swap out a couple of areas. The cryogenics lab was overheating, and so we've actually been storing specimens over by the ice cream counter. I don't think...
You didn't eat a specimen, did you?
Is calling his socks now specimens.
Yeah, we got it out of your socks.
That's a good one, right? You like that 23? I heard a little
no, I like that. I like that.
Chortle, snuckle.
Because it's like, you can see how socks can become specimens.
Coming up next is 20th Century
become
Man
different
by the
levels. It has levels because the semen aspect, and then there's the foot funk.
Semen, I hardly know him. So, yeah, no, I know you hate that cum sock soap from triologysoaps.com. Yeah.
Every time.
You should just get together with them. I mean, the folks over at Triology Soaps are so kind and so understanding. If you talk to them about a new flavor,
you don't understand other subgeniuses.
The
more I bitch about that fucking name, the more they're gonna ride you, and the more soap they'll sell.
Yep.
Just to fucking piss me off. Just to fucking. Oh,
well, keep talking shit about it then. Get those sales up.
He didn't smoke cigarettes every day.
No, he didn't smoke any cigarettes. He was basically a vegetarian / vegan.
Tobacco's vegetable.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
Organic, right? It's a veglagon.
I mean, I've lived like 36 years of my life. I've never been like, hey, let's chop up this broccoli and roll it.
Oh my god, I'd kill a small child to be
You're listening to TimeForTheShow.com, produced by HyperCubeGo.com. It's time for the monthly Patreon shout-outs, including Dr.
I was
Cosmac,
36, I had most of my
Cody,
teeth, my dick
Dr.
worked every
Trenchy,
time.
Scalpod,
Yeah.
Reverend Count Sloth, Caller
You've never
23,
smoked broccoli before.
Apostasy
It's the same thing.
Ex-Benord,
Don't judge me,
Martha
you don't know what I've smoked and what I
Agent
haven't.
Floyd, Reverend Richard Negative,
I bet you $20.
Hazel of the Windmill, Vanessa, Long Dead,
That's exactly right.
Reverend 80, Reverend Quima, Reverend Jitney Fricourt, and Guru Drew. Visit patreon.com/hypercube to join.
So, what do you think about...
That was very good. Hold on in the Discord, you guys. Okay. There's some calculations going on.
Beep boop.
Okay.
Beep beep.
Beep, beep, boop.
Hold on.
Computer sound.
Beep.
Other computer sound.
All right. We're getting the readout now.
There we go. It's looking good. It's looking good. What we got here? All right.
Beep,
So we
boop.
took care of the mailbag. So I guess got to bring up the old view screenotron. That's our hypercube thing.
We got one of those. They didn't want to sell it. The government didn't want to sell it without an EIN number, apparently.
government?
But, yeah. Government didn't want to sell me my
They didn't want to
business
get batteries for your moat?
for my business.
It's the EIN number.
I got a
They
business.
took our business. They took our business. Well, it's time for my favorite part of the show while we got Reverend Pease here. Reverend Pease, you didn't make it to the last time we did this, but this
Oh, proving
is
ground.
the proving ground.
Show me what you got.
So it's pretty easy. I'm going to go through the news feed here. Now, I've got a whole bunch of news feeds. You've got... I'm going to give you the whole crowd about 6 to 7 seconds to make your snappy freaking comeback. and you're either gonna nail it or you're gonna bomb. So here, let me just grab it. I'm gonna freehand this. Check it out.
Oh, you can freehand it?
Yeah, look at that. Look at that.
Just get all that in there. Get it back
It's so
in.
dry here. Sometimes my penis chafes.
All right. So here we go. We're gonna start with the general headlines here. Peas, are you ready for proving ground?
You ready?
Sure.
Show me what you got.
Amy Klobuchar drops out of presidential race and endorses Biden.
So I should say something about that.
Moving on, Wuhan's makeshift coronavirus hospital closes amid drop in new cases because apparently somebody just dropped a case of Modelo virus, and all the hipsters are more interested in that one. Nailed it.
Fox got that one.
Chris
Dr. Fox got that one.
At that time, because I was going to say, unfortunately, this is going to delay the release of their new album.
Not bad. Okay, we're doing good. All right. Chris Matthews retires from MSNBC after string of recent controversies.
Hopes to replace Harvey Weinstein.
Almost there.
It's a
8 weeks
shot.
late on that one. 8 weeks late on that one. All right, here we go. All right. Right.
There you go.
Donald Trump defends coronavirus plan, denigrates Democrats at North Carolina campaign rally.
Bloomberg assures us all is well and that Donald has it under control.
Almost there.
Rim shot.
Get off of there. Gordon Ramsay reveals he refused to cook for Donald Trump during elegant dinner in UK. He didn't want to serve anyone that could talk nastier than him.
Oh, Dr. Fox.
Got it. All
that
right.
one.
That one's on me. Here we go.
So you just run through at the end. See, I did. I thought, okay.
Gotta be ready,
You got to
Pete.
go quick.
Well, I didn't know you say
Gotta
them.
go quick.
You're reading them, so you got your thought all ready to go.
All right. Well, what do you got?
Just
Gordon
as a recap.
Ramsay
Supposed to make my
reveals he
own?
refused to cook for Donald Trump during elegant dinner in UK.
But did offer him a spot on MasterChef Junior.
I'll give it to you, Pease. That's pretty good. All right. Okay.
Comparing Trump to Junior is always funny.
Coronavirus is already impacting Disney and cruise lines, but Orlando's bigger concern could be iDrive.
Dos Equis comes out with their own virus and wonders.
We did that one earlier. All right.
Yeah.
Here's a fun one. Missing Colorado boy pronounced dead. Stepmother arrested. Authorities announce.
Well, you shouldn't have been. I told him not to get into that wood pile.
Boy's birthday party was canceled.
That's for both of you. You could do better on that one, all right?
I feel like I just got to jump in because it is a game of speed. So,
All
We
right.
should have buzzers.
Miss Staten Island comes out as bisexual, then banned from St. Patrick's Day parade.
St. Patrick's Day ain't the
brother
only
Pete
thing she
took her
came out
place.
on.
What was yours, Peas?
Her brother Pete took her place.
We're almost there. We're getting there. Washington State Governor gives update on coronavirus deaths.
NBC News. Live stream.
Promises free weed to anyone who is coronavirus free.
No, I didn't like it. All right, here we go.
There's
All right.
got to be something coronavirus about freaking viraholics or something.
Well, then
Where
keep
it's like
working
if you
on it.
smoke, then you're immune or something. There's something in there.
Israeli exit polls. Netanyahu just short of majority and reaching the top shelf for the cookies.
Yep, you got that.
He's a tiny guy.
Yeah, he is small.
Anything on Netanyahu, Peas?
I just can't believe that that's where the name Yahoo.com came from.
I know. I couldn't believe that Modest Yahoo almost got reelected too.
Let's see what we got here.
God, we're both sucking RC.
I know, but it's fast paced.
Markeith Lloyd will use insanity defense during trial for Orlando police officer's killing.
Ain't that crazy shit?
These prices made me insane.
I was let's see. He stood in line for the new Star Wars ride.
Got better things to do.
I'll splat me on that one. I want to get up at 4 in the morning and stand in line for a theme park ride, don't you?
Yeah.
Twitter employees show support for embattled CEO with hashtag #WeBackJack. Also trending on Grindr.
All right. That's a
Yeah, that one. All right. Powell. Oh no, screw that one. No more coronavirus. All the news is coronavirus.
Yeah, I know.
Get out of this. Apple. Oh, here we go. Apple will pay up to $500 million to settle lawsuit over slowing down older iPhones.
Well, get out of the way, you goddamn grandpa iPhone. Yeah.
How do you get that money? Fuck that. I want to know how you get that fucking money, you bastards.
Oh, they got it.
How do you get the money? How do you get the money from Apple?
Yeah.
Yeah, you sue them for it.
See, you know, they give up $500 million. You know who gets it? The fucking government.
Give up?
We
what
don't
do you mean they give up? They didn't give it
up. Well, the lawyers get about 4/5 of it. It's basically for lawyers.
How are you going to get that money, Peace?
Samsung S20, Final Fantasy VII. Wall Street Journal examines Apple's resilience on China amid coronavirus outbreak. Jesus Christ, Apple fucking coronavirus. Apparently, Apple started the coronavirus, so...
Yeah, well, it was after the Bono virus, you know.
It was going to turn out
that when they decode the genome for coronavirus, it's actually going to be a new U2 track.
Yeah.
That Apple was like, well, you didn't want it on your hard drives.
Yep.
Flavor Flav's failed fried chicken restaurant is the cause and ground zero for the COVID-19 virus.
First, tittless titties.
James Lipton dead. Actor, studio host, and creator was 93. Funeral tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
The monologue will be for the next 3 days. Thank you.
Ice-T.
He was a master.
Yeah,
he was a master.
Good,
93. Damn.
Be suspended for a
Held
week.
it up there.
Well, I mean, he was in his 80s when he was doing that show like 20 years ago.
He's 83 when he died, dude.
Bizarre ultra-massive star is likely two that merge together, astronomers say.
Rosie O'Donnell. I got nothing.
Look at Rosie O'Donnell gets a clip. All right, there we go. Okay. NASA is hiring new astronauts to go to the moon. The old ones
hit the ceiling.
What's the glass ceiling on going to the moon?
Being a woman.
There's no underwear in space. That's what George Lucas said.
I wonder if the Chinese have a woman on the dark side of it.
Well, they don't have to compensate weight ratios for the breasts
But
over
listen,
there.
You know, as we speak,
They don't know
China-
about Pink Floyd and China.
Any
man. That's
female
against their
astronauts
government.
also have to be like
China has
ballerinas.
people on the moon as we speak. There is a manned presence on the moon that is Chinese on the dark side of the moon. It has been for months, and it amazes
You can't
me.
be on the dark side of the moon because
It
like,
amazes
it's like a million
me
degrees.
that it's not more media play about the Chinese
You mean the far
physically
side of
being
the
on the
moon?
moon.
Well, there's only going to be
Dark side
men
of
going to the
it's
moon
important.
from now on because
Thing.
without the space shuttle, they're not going to have enough storage
why is that?
areas for
when
their
we
makeup.
went to the
so-
moon,
Yeah, the
whole
overhead
world
compartment.
knew about it.
Men went to the moon.
Every second of it. The Chinese go to the moon, and we get a little brief, Chinese people on the dark side of the moon, and then we don't hear shit about it for a year.
Chinese
There's no people over there,
on.
though. They
Okay,
just have an
hold on.
orbiter.
All right, so let me think about this now. Let me see here. Chinese people on the dark side of the moon, and we haven't heard about it for over a year. All right.
Oh,
so
it's
when
Pink
did
Floyd rare cut?
you like a pigs?
Yes.
No wings on a space shuttle. Let's do more Pink Floyd jokes for the rest of the show.
Yeah, that sounds pretty good.
Like, get
This should
that
be a pretty
fucking lady
easy
back
topic.
on
Yeah,
here.
Exactly.
Denise. Denise, where are the
Oh,
Chinese
Denise.
people on the moon?
Oh, we love you, Denise.
Okay, so I think Pease is talking about the unmanned.
Yeah,
No,
I'm pretty
he
sure
said
that's what
Chi-
he's
he
talking
said
about.
Chinaman
yeah.
They
on
would
the
want
moon.
you to say that it's
That they landed,
unmanned.
like,
They're
a couple
actually
years
there.
ago.
Well, unless you count robot as man, but how are you going to assume that robot's gender?
Yeah, maybe it's unpersoned.
Look, here's an article from the Daily Beast. What the hell is China doing on the dark side of the moon?
Maybe it's
It's
undressed.
not just Peas that
No, it's an
questions what China's
unmanned-
motive is on
Out
the moon.
there, man.
Yeah,
There's no people
They
there.
shot a Tyco RC car onto the moon, and I'm pretty
China
sure the 9
finds
volts dead.
mysterious and strange shiny gel.
Not
on the
even a
dark
car.
side
It
of
was
the
just a
moon.
lander. It just stuck a.
When the moon's
Yeah, it just
on their
landed, it's
side, it's the
walking
light
away.
side of the
The
moon.
communists are going to
That's
tell
how
you
it
they've got a
works.
Yeah,
manned
there is no
base on
dark
the dark
side.
side of the
So you
Both
think it
sides
was a
of the
cover
moon
for
get
a
the
much
same amount of
larger
light.
operation?
No,
than
of
you
course
think.
it was. And not only that, here's the thing. Look at our own travel to the moon. The difference between
You
the
look
first
at it.
unmanned...
I've never been to the moon. Have you,
No,
Pease?
the unmanned landing of the test of the lander and the actual landing of men was about, I want to say, 6 months apart, maybe 8.
Well, I mean, all of those missions from Apollo
So
1
you tell me the
to
Chinese
Apollo 14
a year and a half
stretched
ago
like
landed there,
8
and they didn't go
years.
back with a manned mission. And of course, they're not going to tell anybody because of what they're doing on the moon.
What are they doing,
What are they
Peace?
doing?
What are they
They're
doing?
making viruses with the shiny gel.
Moon viruses.
Shiny moon gel.
Again.
Yep.
Well, if they were coronavirus,
China
if it was a
finds
coronavirus,
Great
Peas, they would have
shiny
made it
gel
on the
dark
sun.
side of the moon.
Done.
Yep.
Is it more like Gak or
Yep.
Yeah.
shampoo?
If it was Corona, it would have been made on the sun.
And that's Proving Ground. That's my favorite part of the show.
Yeah, you're welcome.
That was good. You guys did good.
Yeah, I like
Not
Proving
bad.
Ground.
That's
Proving
been-
Ground is a moment in the show that we like to really just test the mettle of how
Why
fast
is it
are your
okay to have a
reactions.
song
Without
Why
thinking.
can you be David Bowie and have a song that says I'm scared of Americans, but as an American I can't have a little thing that says I'm scared of the fucking Chinese?
You can.
Am I
'cause
not?
you're a
Am I
racist.
not equal to David
Wait,
Bowie?
well,
Can
Peter,
I
the
not
dark
have
side of
Hold
the
on.
Americans aren't a
Let me
race.
ask you, who told you you can't have that? Peas, if you want a sticker on your car that says that, I will gladly print it up for you on
I think we all
professional
need to
grade
admit-
vinyl.
Can it be in Chinese?
Dude,
I think we all
will
need to admit
wrap
that
your
Pease is at
car.
least the
Racist.
equal of David Bowie.
I don't want the white people to know I'm racist, just the Chinese.
Just the people that you're being racist against.
No,
Yep.
just
So I want,
people.
like, a
he
bumper
wants,
sticker
he,
that
he
says,
wants
"Fuck you,
people to think he's
China,"
not
in
racist.
Chinese.
Not
the
whites.
rest aren't people.
Yeah.
I bet you that'd be a big seller too. A bumper sticker says "Fuck you, China" in Chinese.
You've been reading too much Robert Heinlein, Pease.
That way, only Chinese people could see it. They'd be like, "What the fuck?
Well, where are they printing it?
Look at that!
colorblind.
Look at that bumper sticker!"
I think it's been done, Peas.
I don't think it has. You show me a bumper sticker in Chinese.
No, I think
that
Caller
says,
23 just pointed out an actual example in the real world of
Yeah.
that joke.
Yep.
"Fuck." Where?
Well, actually, no, it's not. Yours is kind of funnier. Because P says, screw the Chinese in Chinese. But yours,
Mine says "fuck the colorblind" in color.
yeah.
In a way that they can't see it if
In
they're
color.
colorblind.
Yeah, that's all you have to say. In color.
Totally separate fucking ideas.
Exactly.
they're
You're
so
right.
totally
I
different.
retracted
Yep.
myself.
Totally different
One
people.
was kind of funny. What would make
one
it
that
funnier
says-
Which one
is
was it?
if
Which one was it?
your sticker said "fuck the Chinese" and it was written in Chinese, but then at the bottom you had imprinted on there "made in China."
In Korean. No, it would say in the bottom underneath it in Korean, "Made in Korea."
Why would
That
that
would
be? No, that wouldn't
Why
be
is that
funny.
funny?
That wouldn't be funny.
Oh, get up with your world politics. Why is that?
Yeah, come on, you guys.
Yeah,
Does
I'm
he
just
have to
did.
explain everything?
Just is. Dude.
I don't
I
read the
guess
news.
so,
I just
yeah.
read the headlines.
It
I
just
don't know what's
is.
going on.
No, that was a pretty good. That was a pretty good segment, Dr. Fox. Proving Ground is proving to be one of the better segments.
I
in
like
my
it.
Pretty well
opinion.
grounded.
It means that you have to actually go quick. Like you gotta be on the radio.
Get the whole show to warm up.
Spontaneous. Yep, you get the whole show to warm up, and now show me what you got.
I like what you got. Good job.
Yeah.
God damn it, Dr. Fox.
Yeah. That's
God,
the show.
I love that.
Show magic. It's what they're paying for. It's what they like. And if you like it, you can go to timefortheshow.com, click the Discord button. Hooray! Chinese, Peas. What is it about the Chinese?
Why do you love them so much?
Oh, they're okay.
What's your favorite thing about the Chinese?
Is it their giant, throbbing,
That they live in China.
brain?
That they live in China. That's my favorite thing.
Oh, little. What else?
It's good. It's good.
What else?
That's pretty much it. First of all, you guys make it seem like I'm bad when you have no idea that China is getting ready to fuck us.
Are they?
Yep. Just like we're a goat. And from then on, all China's ever going to be known about, oh, that's a U.S. They might not fuck with us for a long time, but that's always what...
Keys, I've never seen a Chinese person so much as look in my direction with lust in their eyes.
It's kind of hard to look for them.
Yeah. They're blended in with all the Japanese people.
That's bad.
It's just because it's smoggy, that's all.
Oh yeah, it's all the pollution. Sure,
Yeah.
that's more acceptable.
What do you want to do, Peas?
I don't know. My mouth is getting kind of tired of it.
Well, you know, there's another item that has showed up on the board here.
I wish I hadn't have said that.
Oh boy.
I think that's going on probably. That's going to be fucked for me.
Oh, Peas, you don't even know. Well, are you
I'm have to like?
Are you
Not
ready?
say stuff anymore on the radio. You keep trying to slip it in.
And you
Peas,
keep pulling out
That ain't
before
right.
it's too late.
What are you
Do
gonna
you have like
Peas?
a whole? Do you have like a whole bank of sexual innuendos on the P soundboard?
Not yet. That's what we're waiting for.
They always set up the mics on the nights that you tell me that you're not coming.
Who does?
Them.
The Chinese?
Definitely.
Amongst others.
Thought as much. Do you know who's
No.
controlling the Chinese though? And this is a real. I'm gonna hit you with some truth, some woke truth. Okay.
Whoa, truth A!
Woke.
Yeah.
Woo! Hit me,
The
Peas.
Eskimos use the Chinese as their frontmen, and it's really the Eskimos that are really fucking with everything.
Dude, Eskimos are woke, yo.
Yeah.
They're hoarding all the darkness for
Esko
themselves.
woke.
Keeping the last of the Arctic ice all for themselves.
What do you like about Arctic ice, Peas?
It's chilly.
Like airport
good.
chilies?
It's good. It's good in my cocktail glass.
That's what I was thinking. Old fashions with
You know,
Arctic ice.
Get the ice pick out there. Yep. 1,000-year-old.
Just
Arctic
sit up there with a
ice.
bottle of bitters and some Maker's Mark and just
Yep.
chisel away.
Yeah.
Now I'm ready for some
Four
ice road
roses.
trucking. You guys ready for trucking? Let's
Might
go
be
trucking.
ready.
Are you sticking around, Peas? What are you gonna do?
Yeah, I think that piece might be done. Yeah.
Think so, huh?
Well,
Peas, it's
we'll
really
see.
nice to have you, though, and there was this other segment that I was really hoping you were going to be able to stick around for.
Maybe we shouldn't have talked so much about goat fucking and bedwetting.
Well, I know there's still problems for you, but we can move past that now, and we can move it along to something much more relevant.
Piss the bed one time while fucking a goat, and your whole life's ruined.
Now you're a bed pissing goat fucker. Sorry about that.
What else are you sorry for, Peas?
I I'm sorry that I don't know more about them Chinese on the dark side of the moon and what they're doing. I feel with the technologies available to us at the Hypercube Go laboratories that we would have, like, I don't know, some kind of dirt on them fuckers or something. But we don't.
What else, Peas?
That's it. I gotta go.
That's it? No, you're not sorry for having to go early?
You're not going to apologize for the sorry state
because
that your
I like
body is
whippets
in.
too.
Oh, Peas.
I feel like most of the show was an apology. So it might be like playing Tusk 4 times in the same hour.
I'm sorry.
Eventually your program director is going to give you some shit
So
for it.
sorry. Please accept.
Do we have one of those?
Apology.
The program director?
I don't
Yeah.
think so. I'm pretty sure we don't.
Unless the chat's
You should apologize for that one too.
I guess so.
I guess that's what we're going to apologize for. I guess that's all we can apologize for.
It's all we can, it's all we got.
Well,
All in all,
any
that's-
parting wisdom for our viewers tonight, Peas?
Well, I think that it's important for people to keep their eyes peeled and their pores open for some of the new sponsors that we're going to have. Besides our wonderful sponsor that we already have, which is TriologySoaps.com.
Why don't you tell us about Triology Soaps before you go, Peas?
I talked about it earlier about how clean or you had soap needs. Triology something soaps done to prevent. That's things you could do. Is wash that shit off. Yep, wash that shit off. See, you don't even need me to do it anymore. It's just I think that it's gonna be an exciting time to soap up, frop in, and tune out. And that's what we'll feel a little dirty.
You're a nice boy, Peas. Thanks for swinging by. Stay tuned. You're listening to Time for the Show on FreeThinkRadio.com.
You know, they have like a coconut phone, you know, like what the professor and Gilligan would have made.
Don't put any lime in that coconut.
You're the man now, dog.
I'll call for pizza. I'll call my cat.
I heard
call
that
the
when
White
you put
House
the
and
lime
have
in
a
the
chat.
coconut and you drink them both up, you call the doctor and wake him up, and you say, "Doctor, is there
You
something?"
call him on the
that I
banana
can-"
phone, right?
Yes, you call him on the banana phone.
Your
Is there something I can
cellular-
take?
Cellular
phone.
banannular phone.
Yes, your cellular.
So
banana
anyway,
phone.
I know a bunch of you might be wondering right now, oh, well, here I am listening to Free Think Radio and having such a good
.com.
time.
Raffy.
What other independent and unique shows could I find on Free Think Radio? Well, of course, every Wednesday night you'll find The Short Bus with Martha. The Short Bus, where you can, there may be a little bit of room left. Every Thursday, Negative at Night at 10:30 Eastern, where we talk about whatever Reverend Negative wants to talk about, which is usually pretty good. It's the best worst show on all of Free Think Radio. Friday night, Fergan Friday. Don't you forget, mashups that you can dance to and all kinds of music that you never even knew you liked or even existed, or that you
Plus
could be
there's
this
Ferg.
drunk. And it's Friday night. And it's Ferg, who makes Triology Soap as well. So you got that.
He smells like a beautiful man.
Every Sunday night, What the Fuck Did I Just Show? At 10 p.m. Eastern, with a replay at 1 a.m. Eastern for our West Coast fans. Right here on freethinkradio.com. See, the thing when I do that plug, though, is that I always forget about there's a couple of daytime shows that are on Free Think Radio as well.
You forgot
And
about
I know
Time for the
Google-
Show.
Those are syndicated.
Well, you're
Those
listening to
don't
Time for the Show now. 10 p.m. Eastern, with a replay at 1 a.m. Eastern for our West Coast fans. Right here on freethinkradio.com. radio.com. So you got
See, the
Hour
thing
of
is when I
Slack
do that
every
plug, though, is that
Thursday
I
at
always forget
11
about
a.m.
there's a couple of
Eastern. That's a
daytime
1 hour
shows that are on
rebroadcast
Freak
of the
Radio as
most
well.
current
You forgot about
episode. I know,
time for
Google's
the show.
and then
Those are
Dr.
syndicated.
You're
Listening
listening
to
to
Time for the Show
Canobites,
now.
a man of
Eastern,
letters,
with
every
a
Thursday
replay
at
not
1
to be
a.m.
judged.
at 12:30 p.m. Eastern, right here on freethinkradio.com. So you got
See, the
Hour
thing
of
is when I
Slack
do that
every
plug, though, is that
Thursday
I
at
always forget
11
about
a.m.
there's a couple
Eastern.
of
That's a
radio.
1 hour
I think we've gotten into some sort of time slip.
current
I think we've
episode.
gotten
I
into
know,
time for a time
and then
Don't
Dr.
forget Thursday.
Friday Bites, a man
I think
of
we-
letters, every Thursday at
not
1
to be
a.m.
judged.
at
We have to
12.
get
That's
friggin'
the short
Friday.
bus with
Some
Martha
kind
right
of
here
time
on Freethink Radio.
Purpose is good. Great.
.com.
Yeah, I got
Of
my
course,
back.
time for the
Hour
show.
of
What
Slack
is it? Every Thursday.
What it
at
is every
11
Monday
a.m.
night,
Eastern.
right
here on freethinkradio.com.
I
Current
think we've gotten into time for a time
and then Fridays is Saturday morning Slack Slacktacular. That's the short bus with Martha right here with Bergen Friday every Friday night.
Yeah, I got
Of
my
course,
back.
time for the show. That's the short bus. Every Wednesday night at freethinkradio.com Negative Best Words Show on all of freethinkradio.com. That's the short bus with Martha here with Of course, you got time for the show every Monday night, which you're listening to right now.
On Freethink Radio.
.com. So I don't know if
Reach
anybody
down
else
and push the button.
you got
There's
anything to
buttons on
add
the
to that.
floor. No.
Honk. Honk.
What are you doing, caller 23?
Hey, well, you know, it's interesting you should mention that because I was trying to figure that out myself. And so what I can do is I can give you a play-by-play update as
Best
I
life.
slowly come to understand what it is that I'm doing here. First of all, I am living my best life. Second of all, Dorinda, my spirit animal, I'm making it nice. I'm making it nice. I made it nice. She's like all in a hotel. And it's like, there's like 20 rooms for all of the Real Housewives, and Dorinda's all like,
The worst thing about
I'm
having
making
a
it
brain.
nice. I'm making it nice. She really is my spirit animal, though. Dorinda, I don't know if you know who I'm talking about. Never really cared for blondes, but she may be a little older lady as well. This is Real Housewives, ROHWNY. If you're not
Is
familiar.
that one of your stories?
Yep.
You watch your stories?
Yep, sure is.
Every
Sure is.
day?
Oh, I love it. Well, it's not on every day, but I love it. Dorinda
How could it
is
not
my
be on
freaking
every day?
spirit animal. She is my spirit animal. Like,
Is that you? What
yeah,
did you do?
like everything
Wow.
that she ever says.
We're
No, that was me.
freehanding
I apologize for that.
We're getting comfy in here in the studio.
Everything she's ever said and everything that she will ever say is exactly what I would say too. I mean, it's like if you put me and Dorinda in the same room at the same time, we just keep saying the same things in unison, that it would be like this weird sound that was coming from two different places in the room because we're both saying it. And we're both saying, I made it nice. I'm going to make it nice. I'll make it nice. Dorinda, give me a break, dude.
Ice times 2.
Anyway, you guys like Real Housewives, right? Because
Well, I don't like artificial ones.
I am hooked
Those
on my Real
Chinese knockoff
Housewives of New York City Incorporated.com. Right here on Freethink Radio. This is a little part of the show where we like to give you something special that maybe you didn't even know you needed. This is a little section that we like to call
wings, where would you fly to?
Hypercube Theater. Now the way this is going to go, we're just going to ease on into this. We're getting in there. We're going to mellow on into this little area called Hypercube Theater. And now you're in the mezzanine. Here we are on stage, just ready to start acting our hearts out for you. And it starts out real easy. Imagine this common scenario. There you are on Endora, a magical planet that contains people such as He-Man and She-Ra. Yeah, I know they came from different planets. They're both on Endora today. Just so you know, they're both on Endora. And so we're going to start this out. You guys ready for this?
Been born ready.
Tonight, we have Catradora Lemon by Catradora Fan. Catra and Adora Lemon, 18. Rated fiction, M for mature, English, romance / friendship. Chapters 2. Words 755. Reviews 4. Favorites 20. Follows 8. Published January 6th, 2019. This is fanfiction.net, ID 13171122.
Hey, Adora, Catra says as she walks into Adora's room at the castle. Adora got a new room. A bigger one. And a much better one. Catra, Adora says, taking a shirt to cover her naked body, only covering her nipples. This is much better than I thought, Catra says, as she takes a step further into the room. Adora's face is bright red at the moment. Please, Catra, I'm naked, Adora says, taking a step back, having the wall touching her naked back. I'm not dumb, Catra says. How did you even get here? Adora says, looking in another way.
How did it go down?
You're really, really dumb, Catra says, placing her hand between Adora's legs. Adora twitch to the cold hand on her leg, but secretly enjoys it. Please stop, Adora says, starting to moan when Catra slowly moves her hand. Oh, you like that? Catra says, smirking, looking into Adora's blue eyes. Catra, please stop it, Adora says, starting to moan more as Catra moves her hand faster and faster. Are you sure you're, kind of wet? Catra says. Adora grabs Catra's long tail and pushes her to the bed. Catra, who's pretty surprised at first, starts to enjoy it. Adora on top starts kissing Catra. Catra kisses back, gently biting Adora's bottom lip.
What the heck was that? Do it again.
Adora grabs Katra's long tail and pushes her to the bed. Katra, who's pretty surprised at first, starts to enjoy it. Adora on top starts kissing Katra. Katra kisses back, gently biting Adora's bottom lip. They both enjoy it a lot. It's my time now, Katra says, pushing Adora so Katra is on top. She starts massaging Adora's soft boobs. Adora let out some loud moans. Shut up or they will find us, Katra whispers. It's hard, Adora says. Shh, Katra whispers, picking up a piece of fabric and puts it around Adora's mouth so she can't talk. Katra starts rubbing Adora's big boobs again, and Adora moans, but not as loud because of the fabric. Katra then continues, starting to lick Adora's pussy with her wet cat tongue, her sandpapery, wet-ass sandpaper cat tongue. Adora shakes, sometimes not in control. Please, Katra. Please fuck me, Adora whispers through the fabric. But so Katra hear her. As you wish, princess, Katra whispers, smirking. She puts her head between her legs, first licking a little, then aggressively. Adora moans louder and louder, about to have an orgasm. Katra, I'm about to... Adora screams. Not yet, Katra says, stopping. Katra puts two fingers into Adora's wet pussy, making Adora scream in pleasure. Don't stop, Adora screams. Katra then puts in another finger, making Adora scream and shaking, coming. Katra removes the fabric from Adora's mouth, taking her pants quickly off, and aggressively starts touching herself as she watches Adora come. She then licks Adora's cum when Adora finally stopped shaking. Adora then slowly takes off Katra's clothes, and then, touching Katra's soft boobs, Katra starts to moan, loving the feeling. Adora, don't stop, Katra whispers, hard for her to talk between the loud moans. Say you want it, Adora commands, I want it, Catra says, moaning. Say you want it, Adora says, louder than before. I want it. Please fuck me, mommy, Catra says, meowing and putting her ass up in the air. Adora goes wild when she hears mommy, and then starts licking Catra's wet pussy fast and aggressively. Catra screams in pleasure, coming in Adora's face. Adora, I love you, Catra moans. Love you too, Catra, Adora says, smirking as she licks Catra's cum. So this is a time in the show when we really like to analyze what just happened here.
But you've got a second chapter.
Oh, so we do.
Chapter
you guys ready?
2.
Chapter 2. Adora was wet. Like, really wet. Since Catra wasn't there, she had to fix it on her own. Simply by, touching her there. She slowly moved her hand, sometimes letting out small moans in pleasure. She sat on her bed, having a really, really good time. Hey, Adora, what are you... Catra says, as she walked into the room, accidentally, seeing what Adora was doing. Catra, Adora screamed, quickly putting her underwear on again. She was wearing a tight shirt, no bra under, so you could see her naked breasts through it. She had black panties that was really wet and tight.
The sound of the tightness.
This is tightness coming through. I mean, when you got this kind of tightness, then Catra's all like, oh, I see, Catra says, smirking, loving the sight of Adora. Can I? Catra said, taking her panties off. Adora was quiet. Catra really didn't care, starting to eat Adora's wet pussy, making her moaning in pleasure. Oh God, don't stop, Catra, she screamed. You like that? She said. Adora moaned, loving the feeling. About to have an orgasm. Catra, she screamed. It's okay, Catra said, smirking. And then she cummed all over Catra's face. Chapter 3. This is the chapter where things really start to make sense.
It all comes together here. This is what we've been waiting for. We want the analyzation here. So thank you, Catcher Door Lemon, for your fantastic fan fiction submitted. If you would like a fan fiction written, on
we're gonna reading it.
We're gonna reading it real good. Just send it on over to Hypercube Laboratory, care of drfox@gmail.com, or post it in the chat at timefortheshow.com/gmail. Surprisingly, there's only a few minutes left in the show. Did you know that? I didn't know that we actually had that ability to do that.
Yes, we have that ability. See, the thing is, we've got this new show board that's telling us what to do.
The board does all the work.
The board is basically like psychically controlling us, and this whole thing is going off without a hitch as long as we have a board telling us what to do.
The board's the way to go.
Yeah,
I mean,
the board will assimilate.
I know. It's a board for the board. Well,
so anyway,
with that assimilation, that's pretty much caller 23 with tonight's Hypercube Theater. And Doc
that's Hypercube Theater for you.
On the Hyperkeys.
On the Hyperkeys, yeah.
Dr. Fox keeping tune the whole time. Unplugged the piano and still got the static. So
still got it, yeah. Well, I don't think it was from over here.
We're going to have to go down the line.
All these cables are looking fine.
It's probably something that I'm overlooking. I have an idea. I know what it is.
Yeah.
But we thank everybody for swinging by. Cosmic and Reverend Negatives for showing up into the Time for the Show room. Reverend Peace for showing up early. Caller 23 for being in the studio. Tonight we had actually a mix from Flux Rutenberg with a new theme song. Unfortunately, due to time constraints, we were unable to make that tonight. We broadcast proudly on freethinkradio.com. Thanks to Dr. Ellis and Martha Artha for hosting us week after week. Please visit them, patreon.com/freethinkradio. Go to freethinkradio.com, check out the schedule, and get in on all of those fantastic shows. Basically a show every day of the week. WTF.DidIJustShow.com. Sundays at 10, replays at 1. Time for the Show, Mondays at 10. Don't know if we're still doing Sheriff Slice, but I know we got a Short Bus, Kitchen Table, and those are with Martha Artha and Dr. Ellis. Negative at Night, Thursdays at 10:30
p.m.
Fridays,
Eastern.
Fergan Fridays, starting at
8 p.m.
sundown.
Eastern.
Sundown,
8
really.
p.m. Eastern
Get
until...
ready.
Starts at sundown and ends when you fall down.
That's a good Fergan Friday. Check out Dr. Onan Canabat's A Man of Letters podcast, rebroadcast on Thursdays. And more stuff on the website. Go to freethinkradio.com and check that out.
Brand new website. Thanks, Guru Drew.
Thank you, Guru Drew. HyperCubeGo.com. Learn more about hypercubism and what you can do to stop thinking. Subscribe to the show at timefortheshow.com. Don't think about it. Just do it.
Don't think, Hypercube Go.
And ready, Hypercube, go. Do it. Go. Hypercube.
Yeah. Ready.
Go.
Ready. Go. Go.
Hypercube, go.
Ready. Go.
Do it again.
Ready. Yeah. You ready?
I dare you. Do it again.
Don't think. Ready. Hypercube. Go.
Hypercube, go.
Stay tuned for post.